There's so much that comes from Harlem. And the fact that Dad was here and literally in this facility that saved his life, I cannot be more thankful to this hospital for what it was able to do.
My name is Janet Cohen, and I am one of the directors for the film When Harlem Saved the King, a story that depicts the 1958 stabbing of the late Dr. Martin Luther King when he was viciously stabbed with a letter opener by a mentally ill woman, Izola Ward Curry. One of the main focuses of this film is mental health. We really want to use our history, something that happened in 1958, to combat what mental health is right now.
Izola Ward Curry was a person who was suffering with significant mental illness, specifically a paranoid schizophrenia, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. actually became the focus of her psychosis, paranoia, feeling that perhaps it was her mission to be able to rid the world of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
The woman who actually stabbed Izola Curry was a deranged person. So I always understood that meant the person was mentally unstable.
And so when we look about in 1958 what happened, we are able to take part today to say, hey, how can we use history as a talking point? How can we use what happened to Dr. King in 1958 as an opportunity today to talk to our students, to talk to our teachers, our staff, and our community about what we can do now to combat it?
It's not just the psychiatrist or social worker or psychologist. We have occupational therapists. We have educational specialists, because what we look at is the holistic care of that individual. Look, you can cure someone or try to manage their symptoms as much as you want to with the medications, but if they're not talking about what the stressors are, if they're not talking about what the triggers are, then they're going to continue to be ill. It's also about working with the families and educating the families and getting them therapy to deal with the stressors of someone who is mentally ill and may not be compliant.
Mental illness is a very serious disease in our society, but we have the capacity to resolve most anything. When ability, which we have the ability, meets will, then results are accrued. We historically have always had the ability and the will, but we have not acknowledged that. I think we now are addressing the issue of mental illness, and we have to do it in a supportive way, not a destructive way.
And that's what we're doing with this film. This is a film about community. It's a film about forgiveness. It's a film about long suffering. It's a film about rehabilitation and how it takes all of us to be able to come together to make a difference. And when we can make a difference in one life, then we're making a difference in the community.
It does take a village of professionals, a village of scientists, a village of social workers, and so on, and especially the family and the support of the community to have someone with severe mental illness be a productive citizen, to be a productive part of society. And that can happen, and it is happening.
Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh.